This is a map, a book that was put together that's entitled The Swampland Estimates of F.B. Williams Cypress Company Limited in Patterson, Louisiana. And this was compiled for the most part by the land manager at the time, which was Mr. J.F. Nuttall, that we've talked about previously. And in here, most of this work in this book was done around 1908, 1909, understanding that Farm Williams started in 1872. Mr. Williams took over, bought Mr. Farr out in 1892. So this is some 18 years after that. And so by this time, most of this land had been harvested once. And so Mr. Nuttall in 1908 obviously was charged by the companies, by Mr. Williams, to go out and do a current assessment of what timber, commercial timber existed on the property as of that time. And so he would go out and do an exact survey of the, or as they called it, a timber count of all of the trees on every section of land that the company owned in fee. And then he'd come back and he would recap that in this book, what he found. And so you can see, for example, this particular page is part of what he is calling the Big Buffalo Cove Swamp. So these are the properties that Williams Incorporated, at the time F.B. Williams Cypress Company, owned in the Buffalo Cove Swamp. And just as an example, this is in section 22 of Township 11 South, Range 9 East, and in there he indicates that the property contains 319.6 acres, and of that amount, the acres in timber are the same. And then he's looking at the amount of timber volume and of standing cypress on this 319 acre tract. He estimates 1,647,000 board feet of standing timber and another 319,300 board feet of dead and or downed cypress trees, for a total of 1,967,000 board feet of timber, along with an additional 206,000 board feet of tupelo. And then he would have a summary recapping the timber estimate, and in this instance he's talking about the total number of trees on this 319 acre tract is 3,285 trees, or an average of 10.28 trees per acre, and an estimated volume of 598.78 board feet per acre, per tree, and then a total of 6,155 board feet per acre.